On July 18, 2019, General Motors confirmed the first ever mid-engine Chevrolet Corvette would be a global model and would eventually arrive in Australia. More than 2 years later, the scorching V8 supercar has finally landed on Aussie soil. It's been a long time coming, so let's get straight into it. The new 8th generation Corvette is priced from just under $150,000 in Australia for the base grade 2LT coupe, with the convertible adding around 10 grand. And that's before on-road costs, including some exorbitant delivery fees, are charged by some dealers. Higher spec 3LT variants, like this rapid blue coupe specimen, add another $15,510, which brings things like sportier GT2 seats and a head-up display. First customer deliveries of the iconic Corvette Stingray begin in mid-Jan 2022, but the entire first shipment of around 250 cars is completely sold out. This is a very popular vehicle. The first thing that struck me when I saw the new Stingray in the metal was its size. It is small. This is not as big as a Mustang. Up front, there's plenty of aggression in its shark-like face, but from the side profile, it looks more Italian than American. Coupe models feature removable T-top panels that can be stored in special rear cargo compartments, which is very cool. Plus, it also has a frunk, or front trunk. The rear end is probably my least favourite part of the car, but it's nothing if not striking, with angular tail lights and square exhaust outlets catching the eye. Righto, under here lurks a hefty, naturally aspirated 6.2 litre LT2 petrol V8. It cranks out around 370 kilowatts, pumping through an 8-speed dual clutch auto to the rear wheels. While there's no manual gearbox option, all models are fitted with a launch control system, ensuring a rapid 0 to 100 km/h sprint time of 3.1 seconds. Top speed, an eye-watering 312 km/h, and things are going to get really wild when the 500 kilowatt Z06 Corvette arrives in Oz down the track. Getting in is actually pretty easy for a supercar thanks to these wide set seats. And I gotta say, the driver-focused cockpit and the high-quality materials make this a very special experience. Despite the futuristic design, ergonomics are pretty good. There's a surprising amount of room for a mid-engine supercar and plenty of adjustability with seats and steering wheel. You get twin 12.3-inch digital displays with excellent visual quality. Plus, there's a head-up display, you've got a wireless phone charger back here, and best of all, this control bridge. It looks awesome, it's functional, and it helps separate driver and passenger. I really like the seats, they're pretty schmick, with these competition pews delivering a good blend of comfort and support. Overall fit and finish is a lot better than expected. The latest Corvette may not have the price tag of more exotic European rivals like the Porsche 911, but cabin quality looks and feels good on first impression. As the first global supercar from GM, which no longer produces right-hand drive vehicles globally, we're pretty lucky this Corvette has come down under at all. And given how dynamically capable the first mid-engine Corvette should be, it's going to be one of the best value supercars in Australia, if you can get your hands on one. Stay tuned for our first local drive when we do. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that. You can check out more videos here and here, or on the Car Sales YouTube channel. And if you want all the news up to date when we're publishing new stuff, don't forget to subscribe.